So apparently it's been trending all over the media during this international break that Gareth Southgate could be the next Manchester United manager to take over from Eric Ten Hag. And my first initial thoughts on this are how? How did this man get linked to the job? How did this man get linked to one of the biggest clubs in the world? This is Manchester United we're talking about. Manchester United, one of the biggest clubs in the world, getting linked to Gareth Southgate as your next manager. That is embarrassing. Ever since Sir Jim Ratcliffe took over the club, there have been so many managers out there that he could replace. You know, he could bring in De Zerbi, Hansi Flick, Nagelsmann. There's so many managers out there. However, for some reason, he chooses to go for Southgate. Southgate is the manager that has been heavily linked with the United job, and that to me is very odd. Don't get me wrong, I think Southgate has done a decent job with England, but he should be nowhere near this Manchester United job. Nowhere near it. This is Manchester United Football Club we're talking about. One of the biggest clubs in the world. This club is known for attracting the biggest players in the world, having the best managers, winning trophies, and getting linked all of a sudden with Gareth Southgate. Southgate is the complete opposite of a Manchester United manager. He is the complete opposite of that club's DNA. Even in his time with England, in national tournaments, in the big games, he can never get it up. Every time in the big games, they always slip up. They always get their pants fallen off because of Southgate. England under Southgate can never beat a strong opposition in the major tournaments. They never can, despite the star-studded team they have. So, if anything, this just shows you that he is not a manager for the big occasion. He does not know how to manage his team when it comes to the big games. So he's not a big game manager at all. He's not. And not just that as well. He's been very lucky at England as well. Southgate himself has been very lucky at England because at England in the major tournaments, for some reason, they always have a very lucky run. They always have a very lucky run. They make it to like the semi-finals, finals without playing anyone good. And then when they play someone good, they get their pants pulled down. For example, in the Euros, in 2021 in the Euros, England, they basically made it through a weak group stage. No, there's literally no competition in that group stage. They played a lackluster Germany team, which was coming off one of their worst ever World Cup performances, and their manager was going to get sacked after the Euros. They played Ukraine, I think it was, Ukraine. Again, a team that they were expected to beat. They beat Denmark in the semifinals, a team that they were expected to beat. And when they finally faced their first strong opposition in the final in Italy, guess what happened? They went 1-0 up after 3 minutes at Wembley too, and then they decided to sit back and park the bus, allowing Italy into the game, and Italy won the game. Not just that as well, I think people don't know that Southgate has not managed a club since 2009. Like, before he got the England job, his managerial career in terms of club football was pathetic. His only club he managed in club football was Middlesbrough, where he managed, I think, 3 seasons with them. And the first 2 seasons he helped to finish mid-table, and the 3rd season he got him relegated. Then he basically took over the England under-21 job and then took over the England job, and now he's being linked to the Manchester United job for some odd reason, I don't know why. So really, the only thing he's done in terms of club football was get the Middlesbrough job, finish mid-table twice, and then get him relegated. I'm sorry, but that is not a resume of a Manchester United manager. Absolutely not. Like, this is Manchester United we're talking about. This club is known for having the biggest managers in the game. Alright, these guys are known for having the best of the best managers on their touchline. Alright, managers who have dominated leagues, won trebles, won Champions Leagues, league titles, everything. Exude with confidence. That is a Manchester United manager. Southgate is the complete opposite of that. Southgate at Manchester United would be a fish in an ocean of sharks. That's literally how it'd be. He'd be so out of his depth. He'd get exposed within the first 1 or 2 months. His biggest achievement himself is finishing mid-table with Middlesbrough. That is his biggest achievement in club football, finishing mid-table with Middlesbrough. And that is the next Manchester United manager. No way. Apparently right here there's an article as well there on the Southgate thing. Let me just read it out right now. Apparently a few Manchester United players would be very happy if Southgate were to be selected as the new Manchester United boss. And we can already guess who these players are. I mean, it's really not a debate or anything. We already know one player who's probably really excited by this news. Yeah, you guessed it. Not just that as well. One question as well I have as well. If Southgate were to be appointed, what kind of players would we be bringing in? What is his player profile like? What kind of players would he be bringing in? Because Southgate obviously has no tactics. He has no style of play. He has no system. So he has no philosophy. So what players would he be bringing in? I'm guessing he'd probably be bringing in a lot of English players. I'm guessing that straight from the get-go. A lot of English players would be coming through, obviously. Matter of fact as well, I wouldn't be surprised if Jordan Henderson is the first player Southgate signs if he were to take the United job. Because bro, the way Southgate moves about Henderson, you'd think Henderson's his son. But in the end, I don't think Southgate should be anywhere near the Manchester United job. I'm not even a Manchester United fan, by the way. I'm not even a fan of Manchester United, but I'm saying this as well. Like, he should be nowhere near that club. Like, United are probably better off sticking with Erik ten Hag, who's been crap for them, or even bringing back Ole Gunnar Solskjaer than taking Southgate. Like, I think that's just a better option for them. Keep ten Hag or just bring back Ole rather than getting Southgate. But don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Southgate is a terrible manager. I think he's a decent manager and he probably do well for a mid-table Premier League club. I think that is his level. Maybe like an Everton, a Crystal Palace, just taking over and just helping them stay mid-table, keeping them in the Premier League. I think that is his level. I think that's the level he's at, Southgate, but he is nowhere near Manchester United and shouldn't be anywhere near that conversation. That's just my thoughts on this whole Southgate news breaking out that he could be the next Manchester United boss. Obviously, it'd be pretty funny though if he did get the job, because the banter would be crazy. The memes, Twitter would be going absolutely insane. But yeah, it'd be very funny if Southgate did get the job though. But I don't think it'll happen. I think it's just a rumor being thrown out there by some journalist. I don't know what it is, but we'll see what happens. I don't think he'll get the job, but if he did get the job, I think it'll be very, very funny though. That's for sure.